And
okay, hold.
You know.
Yeah, I was going to say.
What was your Xbox game? Can you say it now that we're live?
Yeah. It was Little U-Haul.
What?
Yeah, it was like a little U-Haul, little truck.
And I married that.
Little moving truck that you can rent.
What? Amber said, and I married that. What's the significance of that? Was that like your rap name, Lil U-Haul?
I don't know.
Amber, did you consciously marry that? Like you knew what the gamer tag was?
No, I just honeypotted her by telling her that yesterday. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say then.
I've gone this far not knowing that, and I was totally happy.
It was only because we rented a U-Haul to move, and I was like, this used to be my gamer tag.
Okay, no fault to Amber then. That's 100%.
Mixtape coming soon.
Like a high form of betrayal in a marriage.
Also, this was the second U-Haul that we rented, so he didn't feel like it was necessary for me to notice.
He was nervous. Now that you are the mother of his child, like really, you're about to get a lot more truth. I feel like.
Wait a second. If this is the thing. So we started the last 5-minute one with Mack saying whatever happened to Uncle Cracker, and we started this by him saying my gamer tag was Lil U-Haul.
Yeah, with good ideas in between.
It's one of my favorite icebreakers for a group of people is to ask them what their original AOL instant screen name was.
Mine was Skater Boy, SK8er Boy.
Yeah.
52391, like my birthday, baby. God. I was so cool.
God. What was yours, Alex?
It was
Dungeons and Dragons Master Magic the Gathering Hackzor.
It was XX Skull X. No, I'm kidding. My original AAM screen name was Cello Dude 901.
Mine was also regrettable. It was.
Please don't.
I'm more embarrassed about this one than I am of.
Amber, you're getting a double whammy today.
Yeah, it was Mac Daddy 391.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. I like that a lot.
I just cringe.
That's what she calls Mac.
Amber, I lost a little respect for you just now.
Yeah,
I am. Like, hey, Mac Daddy.
You
are Mac Daddy now. We should all just call him Mac Daddy.
No, that's excellent. So I did this on the ship with all 21 of us in deck force on my first deployment, and I caught them all off guard. And there was one who just wouldn't fucking tell. So we literally had to wait until we got into the next port and call his mom and ask her.
Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah, because we weren't. If he was that strong about it, we had to know. And it turns out it was like Cookie Bear 69, and it was like because his mom called him Cookie Bear. And he was like, but I had to make it at least a little cool. So I figured adding 69 to the end was the way to do it.
He probably got messaged all the time by like 40-year-old dudes.
Oh my God. Dude, do you ever think about that? Like, because I just had, the talk with Jordan at one point about like internet safety and talking to people because he plays games online where there's people who talk and you have no clue. And he's in the stage where he's like, oh, everyone is a kid. And I'm like, no, a lot of them are grown men in their basement trying really hard to get pictures of you. And we were just kind of talking back and forth about, all of that sort of shit. And I don't know. It's, I remember back in the day when AIM was first a thing, and you could just get into a completely unmoderated, unregulated, massive, multi-100-person chat room. And I never thought about it at the time, but now looking back, the second you got in there, everyone wanted to know exactly how old you were.
Age, sex, location.
Yep, ASL. And I was in probably 5th or 6th grade when it was like a thing. And I was honest about it. And then immediately I would get like 100 fucking private messages. And I just never even cared to like open or respond. I didn't really know how to like get in there and start but now going back, I'm like, oh my God, you just bombarded by pedophiles.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that. I totally forgot about that.
Dude, there was no moderation, no regulation. It was just an open room of anonymous people on the internet talking to each other. Incredible.
Well, this is the Startup Stand-Up recap.
Yes.
And
not what we talked about for the last hour and a half.
That's right. And lest you forget,
as you know, we are just two people sharing their opinions on the internet.
Except this time it's three people. And we had a lot to talk about today, and most of it was
gotten
substantive.
full frontal on the soundboard, on my soundboard.
Yeah, Mack, have you met Alex on the soundboard?
Yeah. I didn't know you had it. Huh?
Oh, he's ready.
Man.
Hey, man.
Dude, one of my favorite memories is when you played that one song. It was like an 80s song or something like that. But every time there was like a beat, you were syncopating the, hey, man.
Yeah. No, every now and then there's something. I just got to have it ready.
I kept getting messages like, dude, stop talking during the song. I'm like, it's not fucking me. All right. I'm being set up for failure right now.
You're just in a mic going, hey, man.
So on the full episode today, we talked about the minimum viable product for Founders Forge Dreadbite. We read through some reviews. We went through feedback in real time. We talked about marketing tactics for the book. We talked about social media and how we want to pivot. And we talked about our upcoming meeting with the Rose Hulman Institute of Technology interns that we're going to be working on Shoup with for their senior project. Is there anything else that I missed that you guys wanted to tease? Oh, we got a tour of Mack's backyard too. So you got to check out the mangoes. But like, that's the high level, right? Was there a particular moment, a particular standout moment for you that they should go to watch it for?
I mean, it gets, I don't know. I feel like all of our meetings, the second half is always when you want to like, really pay attention.
Yeah, we start to cook.
Yeah, we get to flow. But either way, I think that the main thing for me is just the order of operations. So it's, make the game go live for the public. And then while we're doing that, finalize what kind of options we want to present for the cover of the book. And then start putting that out there, because basically what we want to do is we want to continue the feedback for the game and see if that's the avenue that we want to take towards profitability. Same thing with the book. And then we were talking with the book about different ways to kind of market it, because it can equally be cherished and coveted by a far right wing nut job as a far left wing nut job. And so that kind of presents us an interesting platter of possibilities.
And also coveted by people who are totally normal.
Yeah, and normies. Yeah, which is most of us. But that's the interesting thing about the book. It's called Rise Up, and it can appeal to many different genres of people.
Yeah, I would say for me, the most interesting parts of the conversation, I think people would get stuff from are when we're talking about our social platform and strategy, individually and collectively, and some of those marketing tactics. We're joking, but I think some of them have real legs and could be a lot of fun.
I think we have to just be wild and just say, fuck it. You know what I mean? Just throw caution to the wind and just try the most random stuff and see what sticks.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it today, but I've been trying to get these guys to let me send a suitcase full of burned money to a major news outlet for, pretty much since the whole time we've met. Yeah. So maybe it'll come.
Find an organic way to send some burned money.
At some point, Devin's going to burn a bunch of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Alex, what about you? You got any roses? Got any thorns?
Well, I think that the two little moments that stick out to me were just trying to make a better effort to do YouTube, because we've been dancing on the edge of it for a while. And it's dumb that I haven't, because my content is so much better suited to, I think, a little bit longer form platform that someone's looking for rather than scrolling upon. So I'm going to make an effort to do a video this week. I think I just need to get the first one up, and then it's just like it was starting on TikTok. I danced around the edge of posting the first one forever, and now here I am 1,000+ videos later and don't even think about it. So there's that one. And then there was just kind of this idea that I've been chewing on for a while that we sort of talked about today, which was when we started this whole thing, we were very focused on presenting a new piece of technology that we're really excited about. And it's a very versatile piece of tech that you can apply to anything. And we are the most bullish on its application in whatever the user wants, not so much like a specific use of it. Like we were never intending to become like an NFT company forever. By that, I mean just JPEGs. But it was a really effective way to teach how to use the tech and go on from there. We did the consulting route, which was basically just like, we'll sit down with you and tell you how to do whatever your business is. This is how this tech can fit into your puzzle. And then now with like the Forge and stuff, and kind of taking a harder, more honest look at like the state of the market and how desirable this tech is in its current iteration, and how maybe it's not the most appealing thing for people to take in or look at or buy or do whatever, you know. And I don't want to look at it as like a pivot, but it seems more like perhaps we should just be doing the things that the tech can be used for and using the tech without really telling anyone that we're using the tech, and then just let that sort of organically happen. Like with the game, you make a badass game, and then, oh, it turns out that whenever I win something, I get this little token I can claim, and like that's the Web3 piece. And then, you know, let that take off more organically. I think a more organic approach to doing the tech.
Yeah.
In your face application of it.
To add to that, I think that the phrase that we should really just keep in the forefront of our minds is product market fit. Because that's really what it comes down to, you know.
Yeah.
When we launched TFM, we definitely had product market fit, and that's the kind of magic that you can have, you know.
Yeah, that was a really good part of the conversation. I think everyone had good insight on who we are, who we want to be, and understanding the gap between those things and how people perceive us right now.
Yeah.
So check it out in the full conversation. I think it's a good one today. And stay tuned, because we're going to do more startup stand-ups. If you got a question for us, if you're a founder, if you are interested in founding something and you just want to see what it's like, it's our reality TV show, but without the drama, then join us, Startup Stand-Up. What are we doing, guys? We're doing Monday morning. We're doing Wednesday morning. We're doing Thursday morning.
Hey, did it.
Wow. I nailed it, guys. Listen, it's a good thing that's not my job. And then be sure to follow Faceless Labs. We're on Twitter. We're here on YouTube. We've got a podcast, Rising Up, long-form conversations with the people building the future of the internet. And we also do the Rise Up Morning Somewhere show, because it is morning somewhere when we go live every Friday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, currently 5 p.m. UTC, because, you know, daylight savings time. And you can reach all of us. Our socials are below. Reach out to us with your questions, with your comments, your concerns, your good jokes, words of wisdom. Guys, you got any final thoughts?
Well met.
Okay. We're on a mission to lead the financial revolution and empower the faceless many. And you, yes, you are invited. So, my friends, until next time, rise up.